What are you doing?
Starting.
Hey, everyone.
Live. Hi, everybody. Oh, now we're live.
Now we're live. Oh, we're good. We're live now.
I'm talking to nobody. That was awesome. So, hi, everybody. How are you?
What's going on? We went sourcing today,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a few things. So we're going to jump on here and show you guys what we got today.
And
Destry's first tonight.
woo!
What's
Hi,
up, Destry? Hey, Debbie.
And we're also
hey, Kimberly.
Q&A.
Kimberly, you are in the course, aren't you?
Yay for life. I like life too. And I'm all Java'd up.
She's Java'd up tonight. Hey, Melanie.
Hi, Melanie.
Hey, Nicole.
Emojis. I love emojis.
Nicole Kalut's here. She's got an awesome event coming up this Saturday. If you guys are in Connecticut, you got to check it out. It's every day is payday. It's all about entrepreneurs in Connecticut. We're going to be speaking there. A couple other people are speaking there. It's about how to increase your streams of income and do all this great stuff. And it's for entrepreneurs. Definitely, if you're in Connecticut, get in touch with her and she can hook you guys up.
Yeah.
Nicole, put something in the chat. Let them know how they can get in touch with you in case they're in Connecticut and they want to come.
Or in the surrounding area.
In the surrounding area, yeah. It's Glastonbury, Connecticut, I believe, right?
Yeah, so like middle northern Connecticut. So, Massachusetts, some New York perhaps. It's definitely going to be worth a little bit of a drive. Okay, yeah, so we had to go sourcing. We've been really, really busy, making all this content.
Meredith finally made it.
Hi, Meredith. But we had to go sourcing, and we had to start putting together our mystery box winners. Mystery box. So we had to do that.
There you go. If you guys are interested in that event, message Nicole on Instagram at Nicole Kalut. I think I said her name right.
You did. Way better than
It is in the chat. So get in touch with her. She'll get you all the details on that awesome event. And we hope to see you there.
Thrifty Shopping Cart just made her first sale on
Congratulations.
Poshmark.
You made your first sale. Way to go. It's the first of very, very many.
I love your hair up, Karen. Oh, thank you. I just did this. And he's like, what are you doing in there? I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, I'm putting my hair up. He goes, why? I didn't get it out of my face. It was doing like weird things, like always getting my face. It's a banana clip. Who remembers these things?
Banana clip.
From like the 80s. It makes me look like I have a longer ponytail, but it's not.
It's all fake. It's enhanced.
A banana clip.
Hey, Dahlia. How you doing tonight?
Yes,
So as I said, we went to Goodwill today in Bristol, Connecticut. Awesome Goodwill. If you're in the area, 2 towns over, check it out. They got great stuff there all the time. And we're going to show you a little bit about what we got tonight. Jump on the chat, answer your questions. We're doing it all. So let's jump right into it.
Thank you, Mimi. We're a cute couple.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, he's never been to this Goodwill. I used to work when I was working in Bristol occasionally. I like switched locations a lot, and occasionally I had an appointment not show up, so I would head on over there. And I said, it always has good dresses there, so I was like, let's go to that one. And he came for the first time.
I came for the first time, and I loved it. You can't beat that Goodwill.
Lisa has banana clips. Yay, bananas!
Yay, banana clips. All right.
If you're down with a banana clip, put a banana emoji.
Hey, Cheryl and Dave and Dale Silver. Sorry about that. My eyes can work sometimes.
Yeah, he has his glasses too. So this is also a little bit of Q&A. I know every time we go live, there's always some Q&A going on. So we're going to try to do Q&A in between.
As we go, we're going to try and get to all your questions tonight.
Yeah.
If we do miss the questions, the chat does go kind of quick. If we miss your question, just pop it in the chat again. We'll try and get it.
Busy Deb says, smash that like button.
Smash that like button. What do we got? We got 62, 63. It keeps going up. We got 63 viewers in here. Let's get 63 likes tonight.
Like the Price is Right when they're like 63, 64, 65, 66. That like clock game. So,
I found those.
Madewell. This is an older Madewell. Newer Madewell has like a little tag that says it. It does not matter the age of the Madewell sells. So, where did you find these in?
I found those in the men's section, believe it or not.
Want to know why they put them in the men's section?
Boycott.
They're called boycott. And apparently the Goodwill said, well, boycott must mean that they're boy jeans. And now boycott is
Good evening, Tina.
The older boyfriend jean. It's cool. Look at this back pocket.
Hey, TSB Designs. I remember seeing your closet somewhere on Facebook.
It has like the coin pocket in with the back pocket. So there's 6 pockets because it still has the coin pocket up here. Crazy, huh? I kind of like it. I'd be losing stuff in there. I'd be like, where did I put that? You know, whatever. And it'd be in like the tiny pocket, not in like the main pocket. It's kind of cool, right?
Lisa went to the Madewell store.
Madewell store, yeah. It is so expensive in the Madewell store. Like, no joke. Like, anything you pick up has a good price tag. Yeah. Even something, and Madewell is very like minimalistic. Like, if they have a print, it's more like a plaid.
Cashmatic, like what's up?
There's nothing loud at Madewell. And you could pick up like in like oatmeal color, like plain like off-white shirt, and it's like $89. And it's like, dude, it's a t-shirt. You know, Madewell is like expensive because it's Madewell.
So we did spend about $100 today and got about, what did we get, 22 items?
Exactly to $108. Now, the Goodwills around here always ask, like, do you want to round up for the charitable contribution to support their career centers? I always say yes to round up, but I didn't have anything to round up. It came out to $108.
$108. So we spent about $5.14 a piece for all this.
Madewell.
It's pretty simple to get your price per piece. All you do is take your total, divide it by the amount of items you got. It's like taking the average. You guys all learned that in high school. Gives you a great, so that way you can actually pick up more expensive items and offset the cost of those with lower priced items. It's going to give you a lower price per piece. You're going to spend less on those expensive items, and it's going to make those more expensive items more profitable to pick up. So that's why we love to take a price per piece as opposed to an individual item cost.
It helps us no matter where we source from. So other than Torrid, what plus size brands do you recommend for Poshmark? So Lane Bryant is another mall brand, but it is also very like old school. I just have Lane Bryant jeans.
I was going to say Lane Bryant. You stole it from me.
And it was like I got them at a tag sale, size 18 long. So they were big and tall kind of. And they sold like same day, like they sold. So it wasn't like crazy profit, but they're quick flips.
Hey, Alan.
And Lane Bryant has a underwear section, like a bra. I think it's like Kitchesh. It begins with a C. It's something fancy that I have no idea how to say. You guys can Google it. But they make full figured bras and underwear, and that does really well too. So yeah, that's just me. And I think it's because like everyone knows that name.
We got a question here from Ava Castillo. She says, there are not a lot of Posh videos that talk about putting an item on hold for a buyer. Have you guys put items on hold, and for how long?
Okay, so if you want to hold something for a person, that is completely on you. There's no hold button. There's 2 ways to do it. You can either edit the title and say reserve for at, you know, in their closet name, put it in the title and wait for that person to come purchase it. Or you can go edit the listing, say the same title, but then make it not for sale. And when the person's ready to purchase it, make it back for sale again. If you leave it as an active listing, even though it says reserve for at whoever, you do run the risk of somebody coming and buying it. And then, yeah, that person's kind of sad that you reserved it for them and it's gone. Or you also run the risk of that person saying, please hold this till Friday, payday, whatever. And then they don't hear from you. And now your item has been held for X amount of time and you didn't make any money on it, you know? So if you want, I rarely hold items. The only time I'll hold it is if I know, you know, like I do have repeat buyers. Sure, right, yeah. I've been burned where it's like, oh, I'm coming back. And they're like corresponding with me like throughout the week. And then the time to come and pay it, crickets, you know, and it's like, could have sold it. So if you want to hold for somebody that you trust and you know it's going to happen, or you feel you want to, go for it. But that's how you can hold.
So we got a question here from Cheryl and Dale Siver. Do you pay sales tax in your state?
Okay, so Connecticut sales tax. We pay sales tax on items that we ship within state. So today I had a Posh package go out. It was Connecticut to Connecticut. I do pay sales tax on that. A lot of the states are similar, I believe. I think it's called the Amazon law or something very similar to that. I think Nicole would know. But yeah, Connecticut, I pay sales tax. Everything else is an out-of-state sale, and it kind of balances it out. If I have 0 sales Connecticut to Connecticut, I do not pay sales tax for that month.
So we got another question coming in from Carol Molina. I went to the thrift store yesterday, and some store donated a lot of Cat McConey, I think I'm saying that right, and YRU new shoes. Do you think these are good brands to sell on Poshmark? Karen, that's all you.
I do not know who Cat Mahoney is.
McConey.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I'm also very visual, so I don't know what the logo looks like either. So
best advice we could give you is just jump
comps
on the computer, do some comps, see if they're selling, take a look at eBay, take a look at Poshmark, find the best place to put them where you're going to get maximum profit and go from there.
I think people get afraid to do comps like live in the thrift store. They feel like
we do them all the time. We pull our phone out constantly and do these comps live in the thrift store.
No
it really
shame.
helps.
This is your job where you're trying to make it your job. Like, take out your phone, do some comps, and who cares if someone's looking at you? Like, what are you doing?
Emily Lulley's in the house.
Care.
What's up, Emily?
You do an item now. Let's.
You want me to do an item?
Up.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll let the questions catch up.
Jay likes this.
All right. So I got a little tip with this item here. I found a great shirt, great brand. But I got an idea on how to increase the profit on these. I know that everybody finds these. They're in good shape. You can find them everywhere. This is a Peter Millar dress shirt. So alone, this is probably going to get me between 20 and 30 bucks. Not a huge profit. But what I'm going to do is
it's got that, where's that crest?
It's got that little crest on the bottom of it. Yeah, where's that?
You found it. It was like really nice.
Corner here.
Oh, it's on the corner. It has
this. It's got a little maker's mark down there, little detail to it. The Peter Millar is a good brand. What I'm going to do with it, and I actually been picking up a couple of dress shirts to do this, is I have a ton of ties. I used to work in corporate America, and I used to have to wear a tie every day. So I got like hundreds of ties, literally just ties for days. So I'm going to grab some of these ties, and I'm going to bundle them together with a shirt. 2 ties that are going to go well with the shirt, and sell it as a bundle. And as opposed to getting $30 for the shirt, I'm going to try and hit $60, $65 for the shirt and tie combo. It's going to increase the profit. It's going to be a better value for the buyer. So if you guys are looking at dress shirts or you find a lot of dress shirts, consider seeking out cheap ties, asking your friends, your guy friends, your fathers, your
how many times have you asked me, like, does this tie go with this shirt? Right. Do you know how many men across America and across the world ask their women the same thing? Does this go? So you sell something that definitely goes together, like you're do that
good to go,
in real stores. They package them up. I've seen it, like a shirt with a tie. They do that. That's a real thing, and they match. Like, people will buy that because it's easy.
Right.
Men
so
like easy.
Pair the shirts with the ties. You just turned $5 for a $5 shirt and maybe $2 per tie into $60, and people are going to buy that because it's an extra step that they don't have to do. They don't have to go out and look for that tie. They don't have to think what's going to look nice with this shirt, and it's going to create more profit for you.
So John Newman says, do you use a sales tax exempt when buying in thrift stores? Yes and no. So the thrift store right down the street from my house, one of our biggest places we've gone to for quite some time, like where we get most of our stuff, like on the regular, I would have to go every single time and present it to them. But you're supposed to have kind of like a blanket. You're supposed to like sign one piece of paper and it's good for a certain amount of time. You do have to go to the manager. They have to approve it. So a lot of times when I'm at a new place that I've never been to, I don't want to go through that same song and dance every single time unless I'm buying like a crud ton of stuff, but locally, yeah, because I go into my Goodwill all the time. I go into certain places all the time. However, what happened last time?
Red, White, and Blue said they won't take it anymore. One of our favorite thrift stores. They have taken it for years, and all of a sudden they got a new manager. I just don't think I think she doesn't know how to do it, so she's saying that it's just actually illegal. You can't double tax an item. So if we have it, we're paying sales tax on something else, then
in Connecticut, I'm paying sales tax for that, and then they paid sales. It's like double taxing one item potentially. Now, every single time since they made me present it to them every single time, I swear I got a new cashier every time, and they had to be like, "Oh, okay, this is how you do it." I never got someone that knew how to do it, even though I was there all the time. So I really think the managers didn't know it. She's like, "Oh, we don't do that." I'm like, "Yeah, I did it last week and the week before, et cetera, et cetera." And I was kind of mad. Like, I had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we spend like $300-$400 at a time in that store.
There.
So we spend a ton of money in that store, and we haven't been going back as much because of that. So it's just bad business, and it's against the rules. Yeah. We got a question here from the Thrill of Thrifting. When a buyer received the item, do you wait for 3 days or ask the buyer to accept and release payment before the 3-4 day allotted time? We will wait. We'll wait it out. We don't want to send them a message and
you don't want to be pushy.
Seem pushy, seem like, you know, it's hopefully everybody on Poshmark should know that they're supposed to accept their orders when they come in. If they don't know that, some people are new, some people don't know the policies, they don't know how it works. So we just patiently wait for the 3 days to be over, and if they accept it within those 3 days, great. If not, we'll get the money on the third day. We're still getting paid either way. Our
packages tell them, because there's a lot of new Poshmark users who don't know that they actually have to accept a package. You know, on eBay, it's kind of like if you want to leave feedback, you can, but it doesn't mean you're not getting your money one way or the other. You know, on Poshmark, that releases your funds, and some people don't know this. We send out our packages with little business cards on them, and it says, after inspecting, we hope you love your item. Like, please remember to rate and comment. And I think it works a lot of the times, but still occasionally we have people just time out, but we don't hound on them and say like, hey, accept my package.
Guys, we got a lot of new viewers popping in real quick. If you haven't hit that like button already, definitely slap that thumbs up button. Give us a like. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, there's no better time than the present to subscribe. One more thing, too. I know a lot of you guys have been hearing a ton about this lately, but I'm going to say it again anyway. We just released our Poshing for Profits course last Friday. It's a comprehensive course on how to take Poshmark to the next level, earn a full-time living, working part-time hours on Poshmark. It's available now for 50% off, no coupon code needed. The price will go up to $197 on Friday. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, first link in the description, definitely click on that link and check that course out. It's going to change your Poshmark lives, hopefully. And we stand behind it. We've been getting a lot of great feedback. People have been loving this course. We've also added a payment plan to the course. So you can pick up the course now for $39 a month for the next 3 months, and you'll get the lifetime access and access to our Facebook group and all these great bonuses. There's a ton of great stuff there.
We want people to get it. You know, we want people to have it and get the information. What do I say about Ugly?
Ugly always sells.
So this brand I never heard of, but sometimes you can kind of feel quality. It's called Mixed Business. They did a very small collaboration with Urban Outfitters, but what they are is they're an LA brand where they make their own in-house clothing and sell vintage clothing. It's a romper, no jumpsuit.
It's a jumpsuit. Yeah, they call it a jumpsuit. Kind of like that Mach 1 Air Force kind of deal.
Yeah, but it has
inspired by. It's not really, you can't wear it in a flight suit.
It has the waist, drawstring waist. But look at the back. It's like large button up. It is a cotton linen 50-50 blend. It's very spring. Somebody's gonna want to jump into this jumpsuit.
It's kind of cool. Somebody's gonna love it.
But I didn't know what it was, and I felt it. And I'm like, this doesn't feel like a piece of crud. Like you could.
We got a question here from Melanie Mel. I found a 1-inch rip along the seam of my Anthropology top. Should I sew it or sell it as is and disclose the flaw? How good are you at sewing? That's the question.
That's the first thing. If you're good at it, you might want to mend it. If it's on a seam, that's no problem. You know, seams are very easy to kind of fold and sew, as long as you sew straight. But if you do sell it as damage, you are selling it for less money.
Right.
But if you mend it, and even if your seam gets a little crooked, you might want to say was mended to kind of cover your booty.
That and cover that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have good luck with Jerry Garcia ties? Alan, to be honest with you, I haven't sold the Jerry Garcia tie. I haven't found one, haven't sold it, so I couldn't tell you on that. Sorry we couldn't help you out, buddy. No, we don't have actual flamingos, Joseph Bond.
I have plastic ones in my yard. I had to put them out. I put it out in our yard, in our garden. You know, the plastic lawn flamingos. And then we got another snow. A couple of weeks. It wasn't crazy snow. It was a little
Got a question here.
Flamingo got snow on it.
Ava Castillo said, you sell some of your own items. How do you value your items for tax time?
So they have to be included in inventory. This is exactly how my CPA said, 'cause I asked him, I said, I have a lot of my own stuff I sell, but it does have to be included in inventory. But he said you can value the item at 0, but you should value it at something. He was giving me a lot of information that I was like, wait, slow down at first. So pretty much whenever I sell my own things, it goes into my inventory as a number. And I usually put like $1. You know, when you buy clothes for yourself, that's already a loss. You know, you're not going to buy clothes for yourself to thinking about reselling. It just ends up being that, hey, I don't wear this anymore, I'm going to sell it. But you already invested that money as a loss because it's your clothes. Yep. You know, so it's almost like it's pretty much pure profit, but you do need to count it.
Island Spice says, what percentage does Poshmark take, and is it only brand name that sell on the app?
It is not only brand name.
Anything that you can put on your body, watches, jewelry, clothes, accessories, makeup, anything you can wear, you can sell on the app. Everything's going to sell eventually. Some things do better than others. Higher brands obviously are going to sell faster. Unless you have too high end, then they're going to sit for a little while, and you're going to find the right buyers for them, for the more expensive stuff.
Style sells on Poshmark.
Style does sell. Yeah, if it looks good, it's going to sell.
Nice, you know, and fashionable. Like I have sold Target brands. I've sold Walmart. And granted, not for crazy amounts of money, definitely not crazy amounts of money, but because it was cute, well maintained, and it was stylish. Style does definitely sell on Poshmark. Poshmark takes 20%. You keep 80%. Anything over $15.
All right. The Style Bodega has a good question. I have a men's Robert Graham leather belt, size 42, and no comps on eBay or Posh. Any ideas what to price it at? Thanks. I was actually reading in a forum today, and somebody had a really great idea for an item that you can't find a comp on. So take it and put it up on eBay at auction. Start at a higher price, something that you'd be comfortable taking with that item that's going to be on the higher side, and see if you get any biters at auction with that price. Start the auction at maybe like $50 or $60. See if somebody's going to bid on it. If not, you're going to get offers through the emails, through messages, and they're going to tell you what they're offering, and you're going to get to take a consensus of all those offers and see what people are willing to pay for it. And then you kind of have an idea of what that item should be priced at. So you can gauge it. Exactly. You can gauge your price that way. So give that a shot.
You can also try searching for not size specific.
Right, size specific too.
You could try searching for a Robert Graham belt size 38. I don't know, but just maybe if you're searching too specifically, especially with the size, that might also be throwing off your comps as well.
Do Steve Madden's ladies sandals sell well on Poshmark? I got 3 pairs for $6. I love the course.
Oh,
thanks for loving the course, Martha. We appreciate that.
Vintage Steve Madden made a comeback from like the 90s sandals, like those big creeper flop sandals. Those made a big comeback. Steve Madden actually did a reboot of it. Some of them do sell. They're not. I've sold Steve Madden. Yep. It's definitely a really good brand. It's a younger brand overall, though. You know, it's definitely like younger. Yeah. Crowds look for Steve Madden, but if you got 3 pairs for $6,
go put them up there. Yeah,
that's like
sell them. Are they the same size too? If they're the same size, sell them as a lot, and you can get a lot more profit for that. And somebody will definitely bite on those.
So even if you turn that $2 into $20, like that's a great return on your investment.
You can probably get $20 a piece per them.
Yeah,
too, so
you're not going to be getting like $100
you're not going to
exactly, but you're going to get like
Chad asks. Does men's clothing sell good on Poshmark? Men's clothing, they just started selling men's clothing. What was it, about a year or two ago?
A little over a year.
They just allowed men on there. Mm-hmm. It has been growing tremendously well in that first year. I have a great following on my men's closet. I sell well on Poshmark. I make a semi-daily sales right now, and I'm working on getting my followers up. Once you hit that sweet spot, I come in great bursts. So, and I'll always have at least 4 out of the 7 days a week I'm going to make sales. So, and that's a slow week. So men's clothes are doing well. I have a men's only closet, and I make good profit there. It's going to get better every day. As more men come to the app, it's going to get even better. So
Poshmark, since they went to men's and kids, they're really aiming their app. They're showing it to more men, through Facebook ads or Instagram ads. They're getting it in front of more men, and every day more men sign up. So if you sell a lot of men's clothes or all men's clothes, and then all these men start joining the app, you're going to be right there with a full closet waiting for them to buy it.
Yeah.
Get it on the ground floor.
Adele, the link for the course, I think that's what you're asking for. It's the first link in the description. It's the only link in the description. So just open up the description on the video and click that first link. It'll take you right to Teachable, and you can sign up for the course.
Who knows who does that to their jeans? They make these little slashes on the pocket. I'll give that a second. We'll answer some more questions. What designer does that to their back pockets? We'll see. More questions, babe.
More questions. What do we got?
And then I'll answer the question, the mysterious back pocket.
Does it not look good to sell something that's been altered on Poshmark? I got a pair of pants I didn't realize had the waist taken, and I'm afraid to list it. No, we sell altered things all the time on Poshmark.
The waist is a little more difficult. You do need to mention it. Well, inseams get altered more than you would realize. You know, every human's a little bit different height, you know, but inseams are altered all the time. If it's a good altering job and not just like a butch, somebody did it with their hand and their like little sewing machine, then, you know, just mention it. It might be a little bit slower of a sell, but somebody out there is that waist size. It is Paige Jeans. We have Meredith.
Nice.
And the Dancing Yorkie.
You guys know your stuff.
It is Paige. Paige does this.
Hey, Karen, does your closet have a meaning? Your closet name have a meaning to it?
It's not a good one. When I was first grade, I made an oil crayon painting of a flamingo. It was not that good.
She just likes flamingos.
And I did ever since I was a little kid. And I hung it up in my closet at my dad's house. Me and my sister had a humongous walk-in closet. So there was like wall space on the inside. And it's still there to this day. I went to visit my dad. This was like a while ago. And I went to visit my dad and it's still up there. So I was like, they have a flamingo in the closet.
Susan, we don't sell kids stuff. It sells well on Poshmark. We just don't get into it. It's not for everyone. It's not for us. But
so
it does sell well.
They're actually Bermudas, little Bermuda shorts. This is the older page.
What's up, Steve? I just saw your comment there.
The newer page is all bold capital letters, and this wouldn't be like floral. This would be like a solid color. I try to steer clear of the older page. It's a little bit slower moving, but guess what weather it is? Short weather. And I guess long shorts are making a comeback. Did you know that? You didn't know that. Long shorts are making a comeback. Yeah.
Adele, jeans sell very well on Poshmark if you can get them going. Karen took some time to get her jean sales going, but once she got them going and got the right stuff, she took off like crazy. And she sells mega jeans throughout the year. The summer it slows down a little bit, but who wears jeans in the summer, right?
If you're having a hard time moving your jeans, just do some Target following. Like do comps and of the exact jean and follow the people who have liked those items that had sold already. Because you know that's their size.
Did you put the link in the description?
Yeah, like 3 hours ago.
All right, Adele's having some trouble finding it. Adele, again, check the description.
We're looking right at it.
The link is the first link in the description. It's if you can't find the link, it's www.poshingforprofits.com.
You have to put the HTTPS. It's actually type it all.
All right, type out HTTPS.
You might have to minimize the chat, perhaps, if that's what's going on. Like I can see it right here. It's definitely there. Oh, watch this. I'm gonna stop squinting. Don't laugh, guys.
I got caught up on the comments. Let's grab another men's item here.
I love your channel. Oh, thank you. Do you find yourself retaking photos? I am obsessed over my photos and being perfect for that great shot. So I don't just take 8 photos of a single item. I'll take almost double that. And since we get 8 photos on Poshmark, I do my top 8. My cover photo, I take a tiny bit more time on. And like, I'll, actually stop and look and be like, okay, time to move on to the back, the front, the tags and all that stuff. But you don't want to get caught up on one item for like half an hour or however long it's taking. You can always update your photos. The best thing to do is get it up there and ready to be viewed and start getting traction. And then if it's a so-so photo, take another photo.
So I am starting to gear my closet up for the summer.
Wait till you see these things.
Now, I don't know the brand really, and I didn't buy them for the brand. I bought them for the look. Somebody's going to love these things. They're funky. They're crazy. They're board shorts. They got just a crazy design to them.
It looks like 1987.
They're really loud. It does. It looks like 1980s. They're loud. They're flashy. Somebody's going to definitely buy these and hit the beaches up hard this summer with them. So I bought those because of the style. Again, as we said, style does sell on Poshmark, so it doesn't have to be a name brand all the time. It can be anything stylish, and it's going to sell.
Oh, thank you. You like my glasses.
What do you got?
Yeah. Wheels. Wheelies.
This chat is on fire, Steve.
Yeah, in Flamingo. So, J. Crew. These are the perfect fit. No, favorite fit. Favorite fit. And they have little, I'm going to try not to knock over my coffee. That's my coffee. No, little whales. Little whales. Some of them have like the little blower hole going and some of them don't. But yeah, it's embroidered. Not crazy. Kind of looks like a Lily Pulitzer type of thing, but it's not Lily.
So when a party pops up and you go and join, is there anything else you need to do? Or do you just join the party?
You can, if it pops up and it says join party, you can join the party and I'll take you directly to the main party.
Right to the showroom, yep.
You do not need to. It doesn't mean the party's not going on in the background, you know, in the party showroom. If you choose not to join the party and you're doing other things, you still get the prompts to share to the party whenever you're sharing whatever.
Right. So there's another men's item.
So
I picked up more bathing suits today. I got 2 bathing suits. These are Speedo board short type bathing suits. They got a nice design on the side, and Speedo sells well. It's a good brand for bathing suits. In good shape. So we're gonna put those up in.
He's like, I found a Speedo, and you know what people think when they think of a Speedo.
She thought I came back with a banana hammock.
Yeah, that thing. And I'm like, and I know they make more than that, but that's what popped into my head. I'm like, no way. There's only so much I will do when I'm not selling a banana hammock. If you want to, go for it. But then he showed me that, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, Speedo does make other brands besides those skin tight European cut bathing suits that they call them.
Cheryl and Dale, can I sell men and women's clothing in my one store? Yeah, you could sell men's, women's, and kids all in one store. We have chosen not to. There's reasons why we've chosen not to. It doesn't mean that you can't. You know, you definitely can. Before Jay had his closet,
yep,
I'd sell his clothes in mine. They were a little slower moving.
It is better if you're going to do full closets, though, or you're going to get a ton of men's stuff and a ton of women's stuff. It's better to open up a second closet and make that a men's only closet and have a women's only closet. It'll definitely sell better.
Iwala picked up a men's Ted Baker shirt for $3.
Ted Baker. Can't go wrong with Ted Baker.
Excellent. Whose turn?
Your turn.
I'm slacking here, people. This I picked up from Style at first. I pulled my phone out. I did a quick comp. I've never sold it before. It's called 12th Street by Cynthia Vincent. That's a tag. Oh, come on and zoom.
Yeah, Speedos for women actually do well, too. The Speedo one pieces are great bathing suits to pick up, so don't pass on those.
I thought it was like a chiffon, like a polyester maxi dress. And it is a long gray. It's a very like a light gray. Like this would be perfect for a wedding. It's not chiffon. It is not polyester. What is it, babe? I told you.
Silk.
It's silk. I was like, oh my goodness, it's real silk. And like the comps, like just on the brand itself, like they sell pretty well. I can't find the exact dress, but I haven't tried all that hard.
How many closets can you set up?
Silk. You need Poshmark's approval to set up more than one at the same address. You do need separate email addresses, though. So I guess you would, if you want way more than 2, if they keep approving you, they keep approving you. But shouldn't have crazy amounts, right? I know a lot of people have like a lot of eBay stores, but you just need to get approval for it.
Jessica, in regards to measurements, we measure everything. We like to put them in the listings. It's going to reduce the amount of questions that we get if the measurements are in the listing. So we do measure everything when we make a listing. And it is, again, it's going to cut down on returns if you sell something and the buyer comes back and says, hey, this isn't the right size. There were no measurements. So now you have no proof that it is the size you said it was. So that Poshmark will definitely create a return for
I have won cases. And I always use the word approximate because I am human.
All right, Adele just signed up. Thank you, Adele. We can't wait to see you in the Facebook group.
Awesome, Adele. Awesome. So, approximate measurements. And then they open a case. It doesn't fit. I have jeans just like it. They don't fit. And it's like, well, I put the measurements in there for you.
Yeah, Susan, you can have 3 closets. You're just going to have to go through the motions of getting all 3 of those closets. Poshmark will have to approve you, so it's not an instant process. But it's definitely good to have 3 closets if you're going to be selling all 3 brands, men's, women, and children.
Need to sign in and out of each closet, though. It's not like Instagram or Twitter where you can toggle between them in a sub menu. You do need to log out. We have different devices. He's always logged in on his phone. I'm always on my phone. Our iPads are each one, so whichever closet we're both manning, we just pick up whatever device. It works out that way.
Yeah.
If you have 3 of them, you're going to have to do a lot of
Jessica asked, do we have a video on measurements? Do we?
We don't.
If we don't, we'll definitely put one up soon. So stay tuned for that.
How to measure.
So here's a question from Jessica Dingus. On Karen's Poshmark, I saw an add to bundle from both of your closets. How does that work? Do you just remove and create one listing in one closet?
Yes. So if anybody contacts me and or Jay and they're like, hey, I'm interested in your shirt and Karen's pants, he tells me, hey, Karen, go make that not for sale. And then, or vice versa. And one of us makes a listing with both or the items in their closet. We factor in our bundle discount and then tag the user. I've done it before.
Isabel G says, shouldn't the tag on the clothing item be enough? Now, we found that some items are going to have different measurements than others.
Oh, yeah.
So, the item just gives, the tag just gives you a general size idea. So if it's a size 36 waist, they could be 15 inches, 17 inches, and 18 inches, something like that. I'm probably not 15 inches. I'm thinking, but
whoa.
17 and 19 inches. It can vary a little bit. There's half sizes. There's all
Every
that.
brand is different.
So you definitely want to measure because the tag's not going to tell you everything. It's also not going to tell you sleeve length on a shirt. It's not going to tell you the tail length. So there's the shirt's going to have longer tail lengths and shorter tail lengths.
I'm sure almost every single person in this chat in some point of their life or another has gone, will purchase a shirt, said, oh, this is an awesome shirt. It's my size. Got home and it was too tight in the arms and maybe they couldn't even get over their head, whatever. And they're like, this isn't the X size I thought it was. Brands are all different. So.
I thought people couldn't return an item because of fit.
They can't, but they sure do try.
And if you don't have measurements, it's just one step closer to losing that case. I mean, that's why measurements are important. Size is key. Usually if you put the right size in the listing, they're going to side with you. But if the measurements are off and they show proof, they can do that. I've had
people say like that the listing was misleading. And now if your listing is misleading, they can approve a return. And like, saying like the listing was misleading and sure, like it's definitely not the size she stated.
Yeah.
And I've had people actually say that to Poshmark. And it's like, well, I took a picture of the tag and I took measurements. I don't see where this confusion happened, and I've always won the cases like that.
What brands of Levi's are good to sell? Adele found a bunch of Levi's jeans at the bins today, all in good shape.
That's such a general question.
That is. There's a ton of Levi's brands.
There's a crud ton for men and for women. And some of the Levi's actually go between both genders. The women sometimes like getting into a men's 501. Like that's still a thing.
Yep.
The 501 is classic, always Levi. For women, though, what I like to cut into shorts and like the high waist.
Hey, Joni.
512s are like the mom jean. You know how that's a thing. The 512s are very high rise, slim waist with a tapered leg. So the mom jean. 550s too.
Yep.
If they're tapered leg, not relaxed.
Cess in the City. Can I use flat rate UPS boxes to ship for Poshmark?
Yes, 501 vintage. The 501s.
Karen? Can I use flat rate UPS boxes to ship for Poshmark?
You can use any red priority mailbox to ship on Poshmark. It could be flat rate. It could be regional A, regional B, or just priority. I know there was a lot of questions about this. We had one of our videos go out in our workshop, and people are like, you're using a flat rate box. Poshmark can't live up. And I'm like, yes, they can. If there's any questions, I can even put a link in the description later. It's on their blog. I don't know why they haven't updated their actual shipping policies in the app. But yeah, they did this. They announced it at PoshFest in October.
So it's good to go. Any box you can use.
Yes.
What is the most you will pay for a pair of jeans to sell? I would say no higher than $8. Sometimes we've gone $9 on a per piece. Again, we do a per piece per item. So sometimes when we go to certain thrift stores, the jeans are going to be priced higher. It just happens. So we have never spent more than $9 per piece on our, and that was a very high-end denim haul.
Now, high-end denim haul, you're getting a minimum of like $40 a piece, you know, so it's kind of worth it. But individually priced, if I see something individually priced, it has to be like a fabulous high-end brand and Nua tags. Like I've picked up Madewell Nua tags for like $10, $12. And I'm like, I'm going to pay up for this because everything else I have in my cart is like $4, $3.
So it averages out. Yeah.
Average out.
So as far as returns go, we'll get a return maybe once in 6 months, 8 months. We don't get returns that often.
No.
We do very well with our pictures, our descriptions, our measurements, and it prevents returns. So we have had maybe, I think in the past year, we probably maybe had 1 or 2 returns, if that.
Yeah. Yeah. And only one of them did I actually get back. Like one of them, they approved. They were like, she's approved. And they send the label to the buyer to ship it back to me. And they'd never printed it. I think the buyer was trying to play the system. I think they were hoping that Poshmark would reimburse them and then have them keep it. Because that was known to happen in the past. Remember that was a thing?
That was a thing.
We're getting over that, people.
Why would sellers leave up items not sold on Poshmark but have them marked as sold?
It could be other reasons as well. Remember, I was just talking to you about how
we have plenty more from our haul, Tara. We'll get right into those.
Bundling between 2 closets.
Show them something else.
People used to make pre-made bundles, you know, instead of using the add to bundle. So sometimes it could have been sold within Poshmark, but the listing's still up. Or they could have sold it on another app. You have a problem with your arm. People do it also because of eBay's return policy, 30-day. If they do 30 days, and what if they get it back? We get eBay stuff back once in a great while too. And then they get it back, and all you have to do is reactivate the listing. J.Crew. More J.Crew. J.Crew is easy around here to find. We find a lot of. You don't find some. Do you find J.Crew?
I did find J.Crew.
You found J.Crew.
J.Crew right here.
It's not a Connecticut thing. J.Crew's everywhere. But this tunic, it's definitely a tunic. It definitely hits like past the hips. It's like a drop waist tunic with a lot of like ruffles.
Destry, $8 is not that bad.
Show me your J.Crew.
The best thrift places to go. Thrift stores are getting more expensive. They really are. You gotta just take your time and find the right ones, and sometimes pay up for pieces and get cheaper stuff to bring that price down, and it's just all going to balance out. So you got to play the game right. That's pretty much the best advice we can give you on thrift stores. I mean, Goodwill, we love Goodwill. We love Savers sometimes. We have a red, white, and blue, and there's Salvation Armies has been good to us in the past too. So I got J.Crew Factory. These are I got 2 pairs of these shorts. One is just a regular tan.
Khaki.
And one is a mint green. So they're the same size. So what I'm going to do is bundle them together and sell them for $45 as
same
a lot.
Same size, same cut,
45, maybe $50. We'll see.
Probably the same person donating them. I mean, what's the chances of that, right? Tons of J.Crew here in Ohio.
Speaking of Ohio, we're going to be there at the end of the month, and we are planning to do a meetup. So if you guys are close to the Cincinnati area or you want to travel a little bit in Ohio to come meet with us, we're going to set something up pretty soon. We'll put it on our Instagram. It's Thrifty Flamingo without the.
Without the.
So keep an eye on our Instagram page, and we'll set something up, and some of you guys can come out and meet us if you want to. We'll have a lunch or something like that.
Leslie says, how do you remember what you paid for each item whenever you go to see how much profit you made? So we have a spreadsheet. I used to actually put it in the listing as part of my inventory. My inventory number now says B2147 or whatever. Before it used to say 06 B147, and the 06 would tell me I spent $6 on it. It was getting very complicated. It was getting like really repetitive. Like I have too many numbers looking very similar for that system. So we just use a spreadsheet.
Cincy is a great town, Emily.
Tell me this pattern is so cute. They're gonna tell me it's so cute.
That's actually going in our mystery box.
The Well, it's not a mystery anymore.
That's okay. We can announce it now. We already sourced for it.
Oh, but it's
let them know what's going in the mystery box.
I wanted to keep it. He says, put that in the mystery box. That's a nice dress. And it has like this like back cutout. It is, I think it's an Urban Outfitters brand. Cooper, what is it? I can never read it. Cooperative?
Cooperative, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, but it's like all blurry. I think they do that on purpose. They make it all blurry. See, it's even blurrier on camera, but it is so super cute. Like if it was my size, this isn't even close to being my size. So they didn't have to worry about that.
Adele, in our class, in our course, we have a bonus section where we have top men's brands that sell well with descriptions of what to look for.
Pineapples.
Top denim brands for women, and a couple other bonus videos. We don't go into descriptions of clothing items specifically in our course, but if that's something that you want, you could always throw that in the Facebook group, and that way we'll keep an eye on it, and we're always adding to this course, so we're changing it constantly, so we're going to update it as we go.
The mystery box, Adele, was something we gave away last week.
Yeah, we've been giving away mystery boxes to our viewers occasionally. Yep. If we pick a winner once in a while, and we go out and source 3 or 4 things, throw it in a box, ship it directly to you guys for pure profit that you can sell on Poshmark.
Savers does mark up so much. I think Savers is getting like really hip to the game really quick. You know, it's like, but stupid stuff. They'll mark up stupid stuff. It's like, I can pay this less than Target, and you're charging me more than it was new. Like, how is that even possible? You got more?
Nope. It's all you from now on.
Oh, me from now on. Oh, more J. Crew. These are City Fit. City Fit, and they are they're really cute, like ankle zip, like a dark wash. They're not jeans. These are capris. You found these.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. They did good today with the latest stuff.
Are those going in the box too?
Yeah, these are going in the box.
Those are going in the mystery box.
Mystery solved.
So if you're watching, we actually selected 2 winners for the mystery box. The first box is going out to she was in the YouTube chat last week. I believe it was Peaches or something like that. I remember her name as Peaches Tribe.
Written down.
So it's going out soon. So if you're watching, just keep an eye out for that.
I like the per piece cost of good calculation. I'm starting to do that too. I'm not sure if I want to do it strictly or judge receipt by receipt. The only time we don't really consider it is if we like have something really expensive within the lot.
Yep.
You know, if we paid up for like usually a hard good or something and everything else was so cheap, because we don't want to turn like a t-shirt into like $20, you know.
Yeah.
But it's very rare that we don't do.
No, it makes a lot more sense to do it that way. It's easier for calculations. You're getting a more true profit margin. Because you're going out to a thrift store and you're spending a set amount of money, and you're coming out with a set amount of items. It's not like when you go to a mall and you're buying everything new. You're spending different, very varying types of money. So it's smart to do the price per goods, because that way it brings you down to an even price per piece, and it really does lower the cost of everything. It's going to increase your profits in the long run.
And in the beginning of me doing my cost of goods that way really helped me realize like how much I was spending. Because when you're new to this whole thing, sometimes we can overspend. Sometimes we don't even know what our average price per piece that we're buying is, you know, and those are numbers that you don't think of when you're new to reselling. You're just like, I need to go source. I need to go get stuff. I need to list it. I need to make money. And you're not thinking about like that stuff. So it really helps you think every single time we come, we can figure out our price per piece. I'm like, okay, we're in our ballpark. We're in where we should be. If it starts progressively getting higher, we're doing something wrong. You know, we have to calm down a little bit. So it really helps you also figure out patterns in your spending behavior too.
Have you ever dealt with creepers on Poshmark acting inappropriate?
I've had people ask me to model shoes. Now, Sometimes it's like how they ask. I know that doesn't sound like such a creep. That does not sound like a creep, but it was like how they presented themselves. There are people that like look at feet and like it. Like, I don't get it. That's a thing. But it was like how they were saying it. And I was like, no, sorry, they don't fit me, you know, like it, or I just lie, they don't fit me. But yeah, if someone asked me to model something,
they're out there.
It doesn't fit me. That's why it's listed. That's what I say.
So Island Spice says, how do you know what the shipping rate would be when when listing before going to the post office? So shipping is a super flat rate on Poshmark. It's $6.49 for up to 5 pounds. You don't have to weigh. You don't have to know any box types. You don't have to know any of that stuff. You just throw it in the box, print out the label, and bring it to the post office. If you go over 5 pounds, you can upgrade your shipping label for an additional cost, and the buyer always pays for shipping. Unless you're giving them a shipping discount or something like that. Very easy.
eBay is a lot more in depth. You know, those of you who do sell on eBay, and think about your beginning days. He still sometimes like questions himself, and he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "No, you're right." You know, it's a learning curve. Poshmark, there's like you print it, you slap it, you send it. It's so easy.
This is the last item for the mystery box.
Yay! It's a Free People beach. I figure it's spring. Time for the beach.
Time for the beach. Time for summer's coming right around the corner.
It's like just a jersey striped dress. Really, like it's springy. It's like springy, bouncy, stretchy, but not super stretchy. It is Free People beach. It's cute. Very cute.
I am a new Posh seller. Do you have a recommendation for keeping the shipping labels / items straight during packing for shipment, since they don't provide pack slips like eBay?
So I used to actually make little like packing slips myself. They were like little invoices, even though they already paid. I had a template on my iPad, and what I would do when they send you the email and it shows you the address, it shows you the item, what they bought, it shows you a thumbnail of what they bought. I would take a screenshot and cut out that picture and like paste it in this template, and I would put it on the pieces with the label. It would go label, packing slip on top of whatever the heck it was. And I never sent the wrong person one thing wrong ever. Now I went to a thermal printer and I print as I go, because you can't print it on one long sheet like you can on eBay. So I look at the picture, I pick up what I need to, and I just work on one single item. But yeah, I know some people also write like little like Post-it notes, and they'll put it on there and say what it is. That might work too.
Hey, Stacy, Donna, you're welcome. You got one more thing to show?
I do have one more thing to show. So when I'm looking at dresses, I'm always looking at the bottom of dresses, because this is where I usually find damage to dresses on the seam. Maybe they're walking and it grabs something, or, you know, this is where it gets most damage. I miss damage, guys. I'm human too. I get home. This is Athleta. Do you guys know what Athleta is? It's very similar to like Lululemon. So, where is it? Somebody had a hole by the boobie. Like there's a hole. There we go.
So that is damaged out. We can't sell it.
I would never have looked there. I'm like looking all here. I'm like, I think it's because I was also holding the dress like this, and my hand was on it, and I was like pulling at it. And I always check the ruching too. That's what this is called. Oh, word of the day, the ruching. All the elasticized like waist like that.
Oh, Lisa, that's funny.
I was probably holding the hole going, oh, and I got home. I was so sad.
Sharon McMurray says, I have a mixture of women's, kids, and men's clothing to sell. How would you go about selling them on Poshmark? I haven't signed up for Poshmark yet.
Go for it, babe. I could just throw this.
You can go
folding it.
You can go one of two ways. I mean, you can open up one closet, have it all mixed together. You can organize your closet out to men's, women, and children's sections from top, middle to bottom. Or you can request 3 separate closets from Poshmark and sell on separate closets and kind of bounce back and forth between those separate closets and go that route. We recommend the separate closet route, at least for men and women's.
Multiple closets.
Yeah, it's good to have separate closets. You're gonna target your audience properly with separate closets for men's and women's and children. So people who are looking for men's jeans aren't gonna find a bunch of dresses in the men's closet, and leave before they get to the good stuff. So it is good to have 3 separate closets for that stuff.
Oh, that is a creeper. A creeper asked me if a female Speedo one piece would hide his junk. That is a creeper. Block, block, block. I do have one more thing. They were on the floor.
Oh, they were on the floor.
Yesterday, we were all having a chit chat about Bolo brands, and we were learning all these like funky Bolo brands you might usually overlook. And I got a sale at Poshmark, and I was done with the YouTube, and I opened it up, and it was these new Torrid boots I had sold. And then lo and behold, today I find more black tall Torrid boots.
No, Adele, it's very easy. It's the most complicated thing is getting it set up, and that's very simple too. We walk you through everything in the course, so you're in the right place. It's a very user-friendly platform. You're gonna have a very easy time navigating through it.
They have the place for like the knee to bend.
No brainer.
You know, like when your legs bending and you're sitting. These go up over the knee. They're like combat boots. They're brand new. There's like the brand new Torrid. But yeah, I just sold tall black boots. Granted, there was a heel to it, but they're wide width calf. So yeah, some girls gonna be like, that's hard to find when you have like a thicker leg. They do make them wide width, but Torrid really knows how to make a wide width. They get progressively bigger with the size of the foot. So like a 9.5 wide width is a little bit different than the like 11.
How do you request for different closets, Karen?
Email Poshmark support. You could go into your bottom right menu, your closet's main menu, where you have all your prompts. And all the way at the bottom, it's like all the Poshmark prompts. So you can email Poshmark support. You'll automatically get the email saying, thank you for whatever. We will get back to you in a couple of days. And they do. They will
get back to you. They answer all their emails.
But you'll get like the auto response coming back really quick.
So that's what we got today. We're going to take a few more questions before we jump off. So if you have something on your mind, throw it in the chat.
He got stuff. I got stuff.
We all got stuff. Yeah, mystery box stuff. Everyone got stuff.
You were supposed to bring in everything from the living room.
I did.
No, you didn't. I'll be back.
She'll be right back. Love those boots. Destry loves those boots. They are cool boots, aren't they? They're Torrid makes good stuff.
Do you know he missed an
Where'd you have
pile in the living room?
No.
This was like literally
You have stuff all over the place.
No, this was like this. Look, that's how it was. We have 4 more things. I found something for me. I have been wanting one of these or something similar to it. But every time I find one on Poshmark, it's a little too expensive. And I understand it's vintage. I understand it's Dooney and Burke. I wanted a crossbody black with tan. And a lot of them are like blue with tan or like cream. But yeah, I have it. It's not the exact style that like I was like really, really wanting, but I'm still happy with it. $8. Very happy with it.
Can't beat that price.
I wanted the one that was like a little bit taller crossbody, you know, because I have a little bit more stuff. And I didn't like the zipper on top, but I'm still very happy with that. Who loves my boots?
Kimberly, in the course, that's something.
I knew we were light on items.
That's something for personal preference. How you organize your closet. So we didn't really make a video on that. We can always add that up. Add that later if you want. But it's personal preference whether you want to organize how you want to organize your closet. Whether you want to separate things out, stagger them throughout the listings, or have a men's section, a women's section, a children's section, shoe sections.
Closet.
We tend to stay away from organizing our closets in that manner because it's hard to keep them in order. So we just list as we go and have a good mix of things throughout the whole closet, like shoes and jeans and sweaters and shirts all next to each other. That way, when stuff sells, it doesn't get out of order and you don't have shoes popping up where the jeans are supposed to be or vice versa.
Or if you miss one of the items, then you don't have to share your entire closet again just to get that one item back to where it belongs. Olivia says, I'm working on how to block someone on Poshmark and I can't seem to figure it out. Open up the person you want to block's closet and then go to the top right corner and hit the menu button and you'll see all of the prompts. Block is in bright red.
You're awesome, Kimberly.
User. So just block that person. Then I'll say, are you sure? Yeah, I knew we were light. I was like, that's not everything we got.
How many closets is the limit? He wants to know if it's recommended to have all 3.
I don't know what the limit is. We haven't had anything more than our 2.
Yeah, we have 2 closets.
Yeah. Thank you, Ava.
All you can do is ask, and all they can say is no if they don't want to do it. So, yeah, we're gonna do a video on cutting jeans eventually.
We need to find some good jeans to cut. We were looking today. We were looking for some more jeans to cut today.
So here's another one of our finds from the day.
That we forgot.
It is a Buffalo by David Bitton dress. We're not sure how his dresses did, but we picked them up anyway. It was a cool looking dress.
Jeans a lot.
The jeans sell very good, so we're gonna give the dress a shot and see how it goes. You never know.
See, I was looking for this, and I'm like, where did it go? Where did it go? It is more J. Crew's J. Crew Factory. I picked up a lot of J. Crew today. But this is like a little tank top with a little drawstring waist. Maybe the same person gave the jumper, the drawstring waist. It reminds me of like Robin Hood almost. Like put some tights on underneath that. I don't know.
I found these earlier today. These are Adriana Goldschmied, the Premier. They are an older skinish jean.
Slim straight.
Older style, but they're going to sell good. Adriana Goldschmied always sells well for us.
Someone says, hey, Jay, what's your favorite brand? He says, Adriana Goldschmied. Then he looks at me, he goes, how do you spell that? Last one.
This is really the last one this time. No more bonus finds.
I knew we were like light. I'm like, no, we have more stuff. And I'm like, where's my purse? This was all going through my head. We have Diesel. These are in really good condition. Diesel.
It could be new without tags.
Ronhar. The Ronhar is a cut. So the Diesel. And then the Diesel Industries. That's a dark wash. He found these when he was looking for.
They were in the men's section again.
To cut. Yeah, these were in the men's section, even though they're $26.34. There are some high-end denim jeans, even for women, that do put the inseam on and Diesel is one of them. So I bet you the Goodwill was like, oh, it's a waist and inseam size. It must be men with a 26-inch waist.
So that really is it now. We are
for real this
all
time.
done. All done now. So let's go to the chats. And if you guys have any other questions, any questions out there, anything on your mind that you guys want answered before we end tonight. And if you haven't done so already, definitely hit that like button and give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. If you guys just came in and you haven't subscribed to us, yes, definitely subscribe. We put out great content all week long.
Has a little ducky too. I know. I'm just so happy.
Stacy, you have a good night too.
Have a good night.
So we'll wait a few more minutes for questions to come in. Hey, Alejandra, how are you?
You guys liking this? Give us a thumbs up. Who likes my new Dunienberg? I've never had one. You know, I'm not that kind of girl. Like, right? I don't have that like crazy high-end purses. I have a Kate Spade. I have a.
How much for those last jeans? The Diesels, right?
Oh yeah, I don't even know.
Between $35 and $50.
The last ones
I know it's a broad list, but
the last ones I sold that were Diesel, I sold for $38. I think they were a little bit worse.
These are pretty new. These are newer, so. Is there a key to getting things to sell? I've only sold one item on Poshmark. Joined a lot of parties, share a bunch of stuff, and my prices are lower than others. That might be the problem. Yeah, sometimes if you price too low, people are going to overlook your item to the average to higher end prices. If you undervalue your items, it's just as bad as overvaluing your items. So you might want to adjust your prices. Yes. Take a look at your pictures. And I'm not sure how many followers you have, but the sweet spot for followers to getting daily sales is between 27,000 and 35,000 followers. So try and increase your followers by sharing more people's stuff, by following more people, by doing that kind of stuff, and you're going to start to get those sales to increase. Yeah,
plus if you undervalue your items and it's
have a good night too, Tina.
The rest of the items on Poshmark or that specific item, then you're going to get low ball. We all get low balls. We all get low. You're going to get even lower low balls because your prices are already low, and then you're not making any sales because you're like, I can't sell it for that. I make $2. Why would I do that? Yeah. So really reevaluate your pricing structure. You have to value your item in order for somebody else to see value in your item. I'm not saying go price it in outer space. Definitely not. But yeah,
Michael,
reevaluate possibly.
Posh is all about style and brands. Mm-hmm. Both will sell well. A funky style, a cool print, something unique is going to sell just as good as those high-end plain boring
this is
jeans
going to
will.
sell because it's very cute, it's very loud, it has pineapples, it's strappy. It's not a brand people are like, oh my goodness, what brand is that, girl? No, not at all. But then other brands that are like tried and true, like we have a bunch of like J. Crew here, people love the brand. I sell high-end denim all the time, so both are the answer, you know. So it's finding a good combination of both.
Is it difficult to start a boutique?
Difficult? No. Actually, Poshmark makes it very simple. The boutique, getting your certification through the Poshmark app is 2 minutes, maybe 3. They make it very simple for you to obtain it and have the access to label it boutique. People misuse boutique when they're not selling boutique items. New at tag is not boutique. New at tag is new at tag.
Ava, I think it's beneficial to both share closets you already follow and share new closets that you haven't followed yet. So you should be doing a lot of sharing. We'll take 2 more questions that can come in quick.
Sounds good because I want to go switch over my purse.
So get those questions in. I'm going to take the next 2 questions that come in. Sorry you had to miss some, Kelly. I'm glad you're back.
Yay!
2 more questions. Who's got something on their mind tonight?
About Poshmark.
All about Poshmark.
Dude, is that the cat?
No, that's my foot.
Oh, he's tapping his foot. I was like, that cat is being so loud. Is it worth it to buy wholesale? So, if you're really going to invest in wholesale, that's a personal thing. You know, it does take more money on your part to invest in wholesale. We're used to going to thrift store spending a couple bucks a piece. Buying wholesale, you're dropping, upwards into hundreds of dollars for a couple of like different styles, but a bunch of those different styles. So it depends on how comfortable you are spending more money up front with something that you don't know is going to sell. Whereas I get this for a couple bucks. If it doesn't sell, I can redonate it or, give it to a consignment store. All
right. I'm going to take a few more of these questions. Yes, we do wash clothes when we buy them. If they definitely need a wash, if they look like they're clean enough, we won't wash them. Our course will get more advanced for those who are not new to Poshmark. We're always adding to the course. There's a lot of sections in there that are good for people who are new and seasoned professionals on Poshmark. New at tags. Do you put that in the boutique section?
No.
Quick answer on that one.
No, boutique section is just for something that has never ever been in the marketplace before. Selling wholesale directly to a seller. New at tags is new with tags. People misuse that all the time. You can actually get reported for misbranding new at tags and boutique and mixing them up. All
right, so that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. If you haven't had a chance, definitely click that first link in the description and check out Poshing for Profits. Comprehensive course on how to take Poshmark to the next level, earn a full-time living, only working part-time hours on Poshmark. It's currently 50% off now at $97. It's going to go up to $197 on Friday. So definitely get in on that course now before the price goes up. If you want, you can do a payment plan. We have $39 per 3 months, and you can pay as you go and get lifetime access to the course plus a ton of great bonuses. We've had a lot of great feedback, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. First link in the description. It was so great hanging out with you guys tonight. We're going to be back at it again tomorrow night, so we'll let you know the time and place, and we will see you then. Until then, keep on poshing. Have a great night, guys.
Bye, guys.